Hello, collective. Welcome back to my channel. This is Divine Eyed Mystic Tarot. Back with another general reading for my beautiful and handsome collective. I'm going to go ahead and pull a few cards, get a message out. But overall, hopefully the message resonates with you and or is helpful. Okay? So see what it is, and what it ain't. Hope you guys are doing well, blessed, and highly favored. You know how we do over here. I do use profanity over here. I do cuss. So, just give me your heads up, right? Show me collective what we need to see. Show me what I need to see. What does my collective need to know? Overall energy. Even came out. Let's see what these are. Is that what you got from what I said? So somebody said something or some miscommunication happened. Like somebody said something, the way they said something, or is that what you got out of what I said? Somebody got some miscommunication here. Like somebody feel as though like whatever they said may not have come out right, and you may have acted on something thinking that's what they meant, or they meant something. Like somebody was not in agreement with something, or you got it was some miscommunication. Like whatever they said, they feeling as though you took it to mean something that they were not trying to say. Maybe it's their choice of words. Maybe, it was their choice of words. Or like how they phrased it, or like what they thought it meant to them, or what they thought they were saying. Somebody got something else out of what another person said. Even if it was a misconception, miscommunication. Leo Femme is the next card. Struggling to walk away from a karmic family dynamic. And air, land, water. Give me one more. Divine Masculine is closing out a karmic cycle. Came out in reverse. So it came out in reverse. So they may still be in this karmic cycle. Like somebody struggling to walk away. Maybe some kids are involved. see what's going on. All right. Is that what you got from what I said? Five of Pentacles. Somebody, is that what you got from what I said? Clarify, is that what you got from what I said? Is that what you got from what I said? Magician in reverse. So somebody got left out in the cold, possibly because they feel like, you may have thought, they were like playing some type of games or something like that, or, like playing on your mental, or like playing like on some bullshit. Especially if somebody feels as though, like, is that what you got out of what I say? It's like somebody may have called somebody like out insecure or something like that, because they felt like, they were up to no good or something like that. Got the Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Six of Wands, Three of Swords in reverse. Ace of Cups. Like somebody ended up either being in some type of financial loss, or they ended up like leaving somebody out in the cold, possibly, over the fact that they thought they were being lied to, or they were running game on them or something like that with this Magician in reverse. Like somebody feeling as though somebody, was playing, you know what I'm saying? Like, saying things that using, playing mind games, like doing things that they felt like, was going to get them some type of response or answer to something. Like, let me do this and see if they respond to that, then I know they doing this or something like that, or I know they going to say that. If they say this, I'm going to say this. If they do that, then I know they up to this. They doing that. It's something like that. It's like somebody wanting to know. It's like somebody, question somebody like about some insecurities they may have had, or when it came to like some type of financial situation or struggle or something like that. And it's like somebody may have left somebody out in the cold. You know what I'm saying? Over, or they feel like as though like they left somebody because of their financial situation or something like that, or somebody asking about it, you know what I'm saying, or inquiring about it or something like that. And it's like somebody may have made another person feel like they were being insecure. Their insecurities or something like that, had them thinking that they were doing something up to no good, like they're creating an illusion, or like being deceptive. Clarify the Five of Pentacles. It's the Five of Pentacles. So somebody feel like somebody owns some fuckery, like they, a trickster spirit or something like that. Like somebody feel as though somebody's creating some type of deception. Like they Yeah. What's the Five of Pentacles? What's the Five of Pentacles? Yeah. See the moon. Like somebody feel like there's something they not seeing. Like somebody feel like there's something being done behind the scenes or something like that. Like somebody, got the Two of Swords at the bottom of the deck with the King of Swords, Three of Pentacles, Ten of, yeah. See somebody. Yeah, see, somebody feel like they said the way they said something, or because of how they responded to something, like something was, they were hiding something, like they were playing games or like trying to play them or something like that, like had other obligations, other interests or something like that, or they got some insecurities, like somebody tried to. You know how you like if you ask somebody about something or you talking about something just in general, and somebody feel like you talking about it because you doing it, or you asking about it because you doing it too. You know what I'm saying? It's like asking somebody about talking to them about something. You know what I'm saying? In hopes of getting an answer or response to something, and their response may have been something that made their response may have been something that made you feel as though they got a third party situation, like they got out another distraction, they got other obligations, or they got something else that's keeping them distracted, like something else going on, even if they were trying to make it seem as though give you this impression they were doing something to get a reaction out of you, even though they weren't doing shit. You know what I'm saying? It's something like that. This is about somebody, feeling as though, or wanting somebody to question their intuition. Like if you asking somebody about something, or you telling them, let's just say you saying, let's just use it as an example. Like somebody could say, well, listen, if you don't want to be here, if you don't feel like this gonna work out, if distance is an issue or something like that, you don't think we'll ever, you know, uh, compromise, what I'm saying, change that, what I'm saying, because that could be changed. Or if you don't ever feel like, there'll be a good time for us to get together, like be taken serious, go, to the next phase or something like that, and we could just stop here. We don't have to, keep invading each other's space, or, what I'm saying, requiring each other's time, or questioning each other's actions and stuff like that, that we ain't going to be, that let's just leave that alone. Oh, no, I ain't saying that, I know what I want, it's this or this, what I'm saying? I'm just doing this, I'm just over here doing that, or I've been doing this, I got this, then that going on. So I'm trying to do the, it's like somebody may have went into what they were up to or what their goals are, instead of just telling you the tea, what I'm saying, giving you the answer to what you're asking. And it's like whatever you brought up, like, and was talking about, or spoke on, they felt like it was coming from a place of insecurity, like wanting you to doubt yourself. You know what I'm saying? And it came off like they were playing games by them doing that. You know what I'm saying? Or they made you feel as though they were running some type of game on you or something, like trying to, make it seem as though, or got you in a third party because of how they responded to something. Or them feeling like you being insecure to ask them about that, or, to bring that kind of conversation up. Like, it's something like that. Like if you got an interest in somebody else, should, like, If you got this and that going on, or you don't want this, or this is not something, it's something like that, and it's like somebody response, you know what I'm saying, was something that made another part, they actions or they response to something caused the action, you know what I'm saying, and it's like somebody now looking at that like, that person thought, it was a third party situation, like I was trying to hide, some type of, like, wasn't telling them something, like somebody was holding back information or something like that, like, somebody read in between the lines, but I feel like somebody wanted to make somebody question their intuition. Like a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, like somebody try to get somebody, in their head, or somebody try to get this person in their head. But I feel like, somebody felt like they would, running game or something like that. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, like somebody felt like somebody was running game. Like they were playing tricks, like they were tricks of spirit or something like that. And like somebody looked at it like, made somebody feel as though like it was coming, whatever they were saying was coming from an insecure place. Or, coming, from the fact that they may not have had much going on financially or something like that. Or like somebody did, you know what I'm saying? It's like somebody made another person feel as though how they responded to them saying what they said or something like that. It's like somebody may have made you feel as though like you didn't have something, or they may have felt like, you had some insecurities about maybe where you were, your finances or something like that, as to why somebody was like keeping something from you or something like that, like not wanting to, maybe they wasn't all in. What's the Magician with the moon? Let me back up. What's the Magician in reverse with the moon? Clarify the Magician in reverse with the moon. Yeah, Two of Pentacles in reverse. Like somebody, it's an imbalance. Like it's somebody feeling as though like Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn could be a Capricorn. Taurus, Virgo, it could be, any earth sign, but it's like somebody feeling like there's some, like somebody feel like they may have had commitment issues. You know what I'm saying? And it's like somebody sensed it. Got the Death at the bottom of the deck with the Page of Swords, the Hangman. Whatever somebody was trying to let somebody know about, it's like somebody felt as though, like an air sign could be dealing with a water sign. Somebody got Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn in their chart. Or a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn is involved, okay? But like before, you had the Two of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So, like, there's some hidden information, and you got the moon. So it's like somebody trying to create some type of illusion or being deceptive. You know what I'm saying? Like got some type of secret, you know what I'm saying? Something that need to be revealed, or somebody, not trusting their intuition or causing their intuition to be something that is in question now. It's like somebody making them question it, second guess whatever it is that they, thinking about, or whatever they mind's eye is showing them. It's like making them doubt it. You know what I'm saying? Question it. Like, why, but why that though? Why do that? But it's like seeing something in some way and sticking to it and, moving, accordingly. But I feel like, with this Five of Pentacles, even with this Five of Pentacles and this Two of Pentacles in reverse, it's like somebody, walking away because, or looking at something as an insecurity, whether it's about their income, whether it's about, you know, how they feel another person feel about them. Like they may not have felt like, somebody was as all in as another person. It's like maybe they situation or their finances was a turn off to another person. Maybe they wasn't willing, because somebody like made another person maybe feel like, because they don't have enough money, or they not financially stable, or they got some type of financial, something like that, that maybe made another person feel as though, they were making, things, complicated when it didn't have to be, based on the fact that somebody felt like, they were not telling them everything, like somebody leaving something out. Somebody an empath. Because like somebody could tell somebody leaving something out, like they not telling them everything, and it's like somebody feel as though they being misled, like there's some miscommunication here, but it's like somebody was trying to get some answers here. And if somebody was talking about something, laid something out on the table, brought something up, clear communication, said what it, what this is about. It's like somebody made it like, it was coming from an insecure place. Like, oh, you dealing with some insecurities. You know how somebody else, know how you really feel about them, but they'll, have like that, you got some playful, jealousy. You got some, toxic, jealousy. You know what I'm saying? That you got to really be mindful of, whether, you and your, it depends on how good you know your person. You know what I'm saying? And how good your person, know you. Because a lot of times, you got some healthy flirting and, stuff like that. I ain't gonna say healthy flirt. Like you got some healthy jealousy. You know what I'm saying? Where they see it, but they basically share what they feel with you. They don't make a scene out of it, to later on, be mad about it for the next week or so. You know what I'm saying? And you got to worry about going anywhere else with them. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about, healthy. Like, I see them looking, but this, and this, because you know how I get, and, laugh it off and go on. You know what I'm saying? Or they, say what they need to say, and you like, seem like you're a little jealous. Might be. But it's something that they can admit to. It's like, a playful kind of, I see it, but I know it ain't nothing, you know what I'm saying, like that, that's going to get out of hand. I know I'm not going to get out of, pocket over that, you know what I'm saying? But I do notice it. You get what I'm saying? But it's like somebody knowing whatever was said, their response was like something that made another person feel as though they were running game, like they were playing mind games, like trying to make them feel like it was them being insecure, them doing something instead of this person. It's like somebody making you feel like you doing something and you asking them about them. And they feeling like, you must got something going on, because you know how people like folks that be guilty of something always be the one bring, something they feel like you doing up and you ain't even doing nothing. But if you ain't doing nothing, don't talk or speak, in that way. Be mindful of your choice of words, because some things can be misconstrued as that, you know what I'm saying? But if you don't, that's why I tell people now, it's important to, and even I know now, to repeat what you feel like you getting out of what they saying, like what you comprehend them saying. Repeat back to them what you think you heard them saying. Like, is this what you saying? Oh, no, I didn't mean that. Oh, okay, so explain it to me again. Like, say that again so I can, keep that in mind what you're saying and see if I get that. Because everybody's comprehension of a Bible verse is not even the same. So you have to be, realistic about the things you might inquire about when they come to asking about something or speaking on something just in general. And I feel like somebody, even if you speaking on something to this person just in general, they may have made you feel as though you were insecure about something between you and them to bring that up. Or if they feel like, made you feel as though like they need to get, some money situated or something like that. You know what I'm saying? My finances ain't right, so, and it's like somebody may have, used that as a way to kind of buy them some more time, or maybe you felt as though they were just saying that because they really didn't want to be in something, with you, like they're using their finance issues as an excuse, to not give you, some type of opportunity, not give you a chance, you know what I'm saying, or not give you a chance or get something to the next level, or something like that. Because you got the death at the bottom of the deck now, when it comes to, Page of Swords. Like somebody want to know they done shed this old version of them, like you done went through a death, they done went through a transformation, possibly a change that happened here. So it's like somebody now curious as to know, like, what's going on, like what they need to do, or like working on some kind of creative idea to like express themselves, how they want to, come off, to you. Like, do I need to say this, or, how do I explain this or that to them, or tell them this after Hangman gaining a new perspective, turning over a new leaf, seeing things differently. They want to celebrate, possibly with a Queen of Cups. I'm telling you, it's an empath. Somebody is an empath, but I feel like at the same time, somebody, may not be aware of, your spiritual gifts, but I feel like, whatever they, yeah. Whatever they, said, it's like somebody, kind of took like whatever somebody was talking about, or however they responded to something that you were talking about, they took it however they responded. They feel like you took it as them saying, they weren't interested in you, they weren't interested in commitment or something like that, or they had something else, like the reason why they couldn't, give you a straightforward answer or something like that, or whatever response they did give you, it may have made you feel as though, you were being insecure about what you were asking. You know what I'm saying? And possibly they, they were just telling you, the response they gave you made you feel as though they were playing games instead of just telling you that they want to be with you. You know what I'm saying? Or making it seem as though you were doing something that had you asking them, about that, or bringing that up, or something like that. As far as Virgo Capricorn, somebody got an issue, like I don't know if it involves some type of chaos or something like that, that may have gotten somebody got wind of, or may have happened with this Two of Pentacles. Like somebody was juggling. Like somebody could have been juggling incomes or something like that, or just because I feel like somebody, really did have some imbalance. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like the only reason why that was because somebody had something else going on in their energy, and I feel like as an empath, somebody didn't know that another person was picking up on it. And I'm gonna say that to say this. I'm gonna say this to say that if I bring up something, when I be talking to random people, even if I'm out somewhere and I don't, and these are random people, these are strangers, and we sitting down somewhere, let's say it's Subway, and somebody start, in the line we talking or something like that, or we sitting down and somebody end up walking by, or end up, in the line when we getting food or something like that, and we end up, exchanging conversation, short, long, whatever. I feel like some of the things that we end up bringing up around random people that we end up in conversations about, and that choice of words, you know what I'm saying, or that topic of conversation might lead to something else real fast. You know what I'm saying? And before you know it, you'll be done walked away from that person, heading back to your vehicle saying, damn, we was talking about this and end up talking about that, and that. And you have to realize, some of them things that I realize some of the things I talk about with people, or what end up coming out of my mouth as conversation to people or response end up being a conversation about something, even if it's a response to something. It end up being a conversation about something going on with them. And then the next time I see them, they're like, "Hey, you remember me? The last time we talked, we were talking about this, and this. I didn't, that's." And sometimes I get it right then. They'll say, "That's odd. I know you don't know me, but that's exactly what what I'm going through. Like that's exactly what I meant. I don't know why they thought this or that." I'm like, "Oh, okay." But you have to think about your energy and what's going on around you, because sometimes some people try to talk about certain things out of to avoid other topics, you know what I'm saying? And you'll notice that because they'll pull away, pull back, kind of be withdrawn when they get to a certain topic of conversation. And it'll start out one way, and if it get to being about something else, they'll kind of like say less and less until that topic is over. And then they may, if they still around, they may entertain something else you're saying. But certain topics of conversation, you could tell when people get withdrawn, they'll start including, they'll say less and less, like what I'm saying, they less and less involved in the conversation, to the point where they'll find that to be their exit, be like, "Hey, let me go ahead and go, because I got that's not what y'all ended up talking about, or what that led to was not their cup of tea." You know what I'm saying? Or they may not have had much to add, or carry on that topic of conversation with what was already being said. They may not have had any more to say. That's not they, you know what I'm saying? That's not their subject, matter their interest. But I feel like, whatever it was that person got out of, whatever you got out of what somebody said, it's like them saying, it had something to do with some type of insecurity or something. And them feeling like you playing games, or they feel like you think they were playing games. Like, felt like they were playing games. But they may have been dealing with the fact, somebody was just not willing to commit. They may be not, and it don't have to be a relationship. It can just be, the fact that, somebody don't know how to be consistent, you know what I'm saying? Or persistent, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to things. Because whatever they were juggling, somebody didn't know if they were, let's say it was money. They just didn't have time management right. Like somebody invested a lot of time, overextended, you know what I'm saying, they self in some areas and more than most. You know what I'm saying? And it caused the imbalance. Like somebody may have given more time to work than anybody else, or a person. Or they spent more time, doing this and doing that and that than this over here. Or tending to this person. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody had other obligations, is what I'm saying. Struggling to walk away from a karmic family dynamic. Clarify. Struggling to walk away from a karmic family dynamic. What's this about? Clarify. Three of Swords. With the Emperor at the bottom of the deck. Like somebody could be wanting some type of forgiveness, or they healing, releasing some type of pain, recovering. You got the Emperor at the bottom of the deck with the Page of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. But yeah, you got the Three of Swords that came out. So this is, Somebody definitely, don't, is not dealing with a loss very well. They could want some forgiveness, for having to do this Emperor. What's the Three of Swords in reverse? Struggling to walk away from this karmic family dynamic. What's the Three of Swords in reverse? The Lovers. We got the Ace of Cups out here with the Emperor. You want the Empress, the Fool, the High Priestess, Queen of Pentacles. Damn. What's the Three of Swords with the love? What's the Three of Swords in reverse with the Lovers? What's the Three of Swords in reverse with the Lovers? What's the Three of Swords in reverse with the Lovers? The Three of Swords in reverse with the Lovers. Let me reshuffle. What's the Three of Swords in reverse with the Lovers? Why are they struggling with this? Because you got the Five of Pentacles out here. And this could, be something that, may end up impacting somebody's finances. What's the Three of Swords in reverse with the Lovers? Why are they struggling with this, with walking away? Why are they struggling with this? Why are they struggling to walk away? got the Temperance out here and 7 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Somebody's trying to wait on find a better solution, or they, trying to get some type of cooperation, or they waiting on trying to be patient. Somebody trying to be patient, like waiting on, something to balance out. Aries, Leo, Sag. Got Leo Femme out here. Like somebody could be praying like for balance, when it comes to them trying to have, some type of patience with something to work out. Why are they struggling with this though? The Temperance. Somebody's healing. Why are they struggling with this? With walking away? Why are they struggling with walking away from this karmic cycle? This karmic family dynamic. Why are they struggling? Why is it a struggle? Why is it a struggle? Why are they struggling? Like, why are they struggling to leave, to walk away? What's making it hard to walk away? What's making it hard to walk away? It's some lifestyle, with the devil out here. It's karmic family dynamic. Like, it could be, some type of status or image or, some type of beliefs, materialistic views or something like that. The way they, may have some type of lifestyle or status they, trying to keep or something like that. What's the Temperance with the devil? Knight of Pentacles. Somebody wants this person to keep giving. What's the devil with the Knight of Pentacles? What's the devil with the Knight of Pentacles? Somebody wants this person to keep providing some type of lifestyle for them. What's the devil with the Knight of Pentacles? What's the devil with the Knight of Pentacles? Clarify the devil with the Knight of Pentacles. 7 of Pentacles. Taurus energy. With the 2 of Cups now at the bottom of the deck in reverse. Cancer. Whoever this is, it's like they're dealing with somebody that don't want to change and they don't want to let go, and they're using, you know, finances, you know, or withholding money from them or something like that as a way to control, you know, somebody's coming and going, or they spending, or being able to provide for themselves. 7 of Pentacles, like somebody, you know, is like possibly trying to save, or like trying to you know, with the Temperance, like find another approach, find better solutions, you know, to something. But they also, you know, trying to, you know, planning, you know, when it comes to the hard work, like, you know, investing in things, you know, working towards whatever it is, like saving their money, but it's also like tending to your garden, you know what I'm saying? Looking at whatever you done already poured into something, or looking at, you know, how much, you know, you made. Somebody may be new on their journey, all right, healing or whatever. When it comes to them going through this transformation, and it's like somebody going through a transformation while they in some type of karmic family dynamic, and it's like somebody may have to walk away from a family dynamic that may not, you know, be very supportive. Like they may not, you know, have that lifestyle that they family dynamic, you know, is known for, like their family name is known for, or something like that. Like somebody may not be able to keep that up or keep that going. It may not be something that they have benefited from, or they, you know, have been making decisions based on not making the best decisions for themselves based on how other people feel, or how it's going to make people see them. You know what I'm saying? Or what people going to say about them. And I feel like, you know, now somebody may have to, you know, break away because of the transformation they got going on. And it's like making it hard for them to keep some type of lifestyle. Like somebody knows, you know, these unhealthy connections that they end up being in is something that is keeping them from being consistent. You know, especially if they know they, you know, they can be, you know, a one woman type of man, or a one man type of woman. You know what I'm saying? Um, they know they can be that, but it's like they end up, you know, being with people that may have a little more, and because they do, they use it as a way to keep this person comfortably with them, you know, financially, but emotionally, spiritually, it's chaos. It's like somebody like, you know, drama. It's like they always juggling something that's bringing some type of drama with it. whatever it is a lot of disharmony. It's yeah, and where you are, yeah. Somebody feel like they struggling to walk away from this. Like there's no trust here. You know what I'm saying? Or there's an offer that that may have not happened between you and them, or they rejected your offer, or they feel like whoever they gave an offer to, is not somebody that now they see eye to eye now. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody don't feel the same way as another person. You know what I'm saying? And it's like somebody know what they feel for somebody, but it's not the person they with. Like they struggling to walk away. And these pentacles could be kids. Because whatever they working on, it's like something that they, planning. It's like things that they looking, for something to come from, like a reward, some type of growth. You know what I'm saying? Whoever this earth sign is, like whatever it is that they, looking to get some type of, reward from, is some hard work that somebody putting into something, and it's like they looking for the, with the temperance and with the seven of pentacles talks about patience. Like somebody, wanting to see something come from what they doing, the hard work they putting in. It's like somebody trying to make something right before they walk away. Like somebody want to come to some type of agreement or compromise or something, so they can just get out of this karmic cycle without it being something that breaks them or makes them feel as though they not gonna be able to have like a solid, decent foundation on life or something. Like somebody feel like they gotta, they don't want to have, like somebody working more or working extra hours or something like that, to see something pay off. Or somebody got some type of lifestyle or status or image or belief, you know what I'm saying, that they, like some addictions. And it's like somebody want another person to just, continue to be consistent, you know what I'm saying, with what they doing. And no matter what this person, how hard this person work, they, doing something, for something that's paying out long term, but it's like they keep running into some type of disagreement, or they have, some, yeah. Like it's just unstable between them and whoever, is in this family dynamic. It's like somebody knows somewhere else is something more stable. They don't have to go through this, but somebody traveling towards somebody. Clarify air, land, water. Clarify air, land, water. Clarify air, land, water. What's air, land, water? Queen of Cups and the Hangman. Shit. Water it is. You got the Hangman, somebody turning over a new leaf, gaining a new perspective, making sacrifices, when it comes to their higher self. Cancer energy, Pisces. You got the Queen of Cups. So a Cancer could be dealing with a Gemini. Gemini can have a water sign, water cusp in their chart. They have water in their chart. What's the Hangman with the Queen of Cups? Somebody gaining a new perspective, like seeing something different about a Queen of Cups. What's the Hangman with the Queen of Cups? The Hierophant. What's the Hierophant? What's the Hierophant? The Sun. With the Six of Pentacles. Six of Swords. What's the Hierophant with the Sun? Somebody talking to someone about, they could be getting guidance about, how to go toward their happiness or what it is that they feel like, they want to, how they want to go towards something or how they see something. What's the Hierophant with the Sun? What's the Hierophant with the Sun? Yeah, the Star. See, somebody finds somebody to be very attractive, very smart, very wise, very guided. But also, somebody sees somebody is very attractive, but also very guided spiritually. And it's like the King of Wands at the bottom of this deck, and the Page of Pentacles, Ten of Swords, Three of Cups. Yeah, somebody coming back like as some type of protector or something like that with this King of Wands. Like somebody is, like a born leader, like somebody coming back, they envisioning something. They a visionary. Like this person already, yeah. Because somebody's like coming in as like your protector, man or woman. And it's, one of them situations where, somebody's trying to hold on to them or they trying to like keep them, bound like to some type of financial, threat, you know what I'm saying? To like make them, I don't know if this is alimony, I don't know if this is child support or something like that, or it's the fact that somebody, may be like trying to fulfill some type of obligation to somebody, because I feel like somebody know they cause like a heartbreak for their person. Like this could be your twin flame or your counterpart, your soulmate. Could be a lover, you know what I'm saying, of yours. But it's like somebody, are trying to find like a better solution, to their problems, or they know, this is something that they have to work on in order to find like that balance. Because right now it's like somebody is aware they got addictions, or they aware that they dealing with some people that got addictions, and it's like they may have been addicted to some type of lifestyle or materialistic views, mindset, what I'm saying, environments and shit like that. But it's like somebody, want someone. Like it's a King of Pentacles, a Knight of Pentacles that know they got some. They know they got to be consistent with what they do. They know they have to be reliable, trustworthy, and they, may be there, but they know they got some addictions. They got, some, fixed ways or beliefs or something like that with the Hierophant out here. They might be trying to do something, by the book, traditionally or something like that, like trying to do something the right way, so that they can, be happy, you know what I'm saying? And, be with this star. But I feel like, at the same time, like they know they got to close out this cycle. So they may have already done this. It just may have been a struggle for them to do it. Clarify divine masculine closing out a karmic cycle. Why is it in reverse? King of Cups, King of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Somebody trying to avoid a tower. And because somebody was trying to avoid a tower, it just brought, the change that needed to happen in faster. For them to go on this journey. For them to take this leap of faith. Yep. Clarify the King of Cups. Mind masculine closing out this karmic cycle. Reverse. Why is it in reverse? Divine masculine closing out the karmic cycle. Clarify divine masculine closing out a karmic cycle. Why is them closing out this karmic cycle? Why is them closing out this karmic cycle in reverse? Show me why it's in reverse. Why it's just closing this karmic cycle in reverse. Got the Seven of Wands. By they being defensive, got they. And so far, I'm getting this person closing out this karmic cycle. For one, by being in reverse, is that this person feels as though like you got your guard up when it comes to them, possibly wanting to come back in after you put all this work into yourself. You know what I'm saying? To ascend, to get where you are. And it's like you're not willing, to yeah. But I feel like you having your guard up and being defensive, toward this person or something like that, could mean, that they feel as though you think they're the same person. What's the King of Cups with the Seven of Wands? Yeah, probably the King of Cups with the Seven of Wands. I'll close out. What's the King of Cups with the Seven of Wands? Yeah, Knight of Swords. Aquarius, Capricorn. The heart chakra activated, but it's the fact that they want to come in, with a lot of ambition, a lot of determination. For this Queen of Pentacles, a healer, taking some swift action to go on this journey, take a leap of faith. And they could be dealing with Leo family that don't want to, like, being defensive, you know what I'm saying? Like, trying to hold on to them, keep them, yeah, from moving on. Because it's like somebody don't want to be weighed down with a lot of responsibility. Because, somebody made a sound decision, you know what I'm saying? Having some type of emotional awakening. Getting some clarity, about making a sound decision on what they need to do. But somebody still finds like this Queen of Wands attractive, you know what I'm saying? Confident. But they making a sound decision, and seeing something clearly now. And they see that somebody just trying to, whoever's Leo feeling, somebody trying to avoid a tower by keeping this person around, but they determined to go. What's this person's actions moving forward? What's this person's actions moving forward in this connection, in this cycle? With the collective, what's the person's future actions moving forward? What are their future actions moving forward in the situation? What can we expect? What can you show us moving forward in this situation? Future actions. Seven of Swords. King of Pentacles. 4 of Wands. Strength. King of Swords. I ain't gonna keep it up. Say future actions moving forward with the Seven of Swords. Why the Seven of Swords? Ten of Cups. Future actions moving forward. Why the Seven of Swords out here? Why is the Seven of Swords out here? Why is the Seven of Swords out here moving forward with future actions? What's the Seven of Swords out here for? I feel like there's some kids involved with the Six of Cups at the bottom of the deck. With this Knight of Wands in reverse. Leo energy, somebody could be dealing with a Cancer. Leo could be dealing with a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. If they got kids with this person. Somebody like superficial, cocky and shit, like real rude, bad temper. But it's also somebody, you know, if they got kids with this person, it's like somebody being um somebody gonna be made aware of like somebody's sneakiness. Or somebody's gonna, you know, try to keep, you know, somebody, let's just say a past person come back around to you. Somebody they walking away from, ending things with. This karma gonna find a way, or is going to keep trying to find a way to, how you say it, be reckless. You know what I'm saying? With, because somebody's heart is closed off to this person. You know what I'm saying? Or bringing up, you know, how somebody did, you know, another person in the past, like how they felt about them or how they behavior was or something with them or something like that. You know how somebody, you know, may have had like a unhealthy marriage or a family dynamic or something like that, and it's like people in that family, you know, is not gonna let anybody they move on to live it down. Like they gonna constantly bring that up, you know, about how that person did them, how they did other people, stuff like that. All right, but you got the Ten of Cups out here, so it's like somebody wanting to come back around and still, you know, bring up this person past or keep reminding, you know, whoever they with about their past. Like, oh, you gonna get married to that person, they're gonna be like this, and this. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna end it here. What's this card say on the top? This say. Now they're in the third party and nothing is making their person decide. So, like I said, somebody could have put another person in a third party situation or they were dealing with that, you know, when it came to you. But at the same time, they ended up being in a karmic cycle with, whoever they ended up with, or were being deceptive about, or, didn't think that you was going to take something that way, or get something out of what you got out of it. Because as an empath, I feel like somebody thought, they were telling you something without telling you something. And it didn't happen like that. Like somebody read in between the lines, and it's like they can tell, you know, what somebody was saying. Like somebody was being read without knowing it. Like somebody, energy was, like I said, if you don't want, somebody to pick up on your bullshit, and they chosen, or they got some spiritual gifts, stop fucking with them. You know what I'm saying? Stop playing games with people that got gifts. Because if you don't want to be found out, if you don't want things that ain't got nothing to do with them to come up and come out, leave them folks alone. Don't make the people to be lying to. You know what I'm saying? If you feel like you got to lie, keep it to yourself. Don't say shit at all. You know what I'm saying? Nobody can argue with silence. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm ending here. You guys, make sure you do something nice for someone today. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button on your way out. Until next time, I love you. Bye. Mwah.